What up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I'm here with the review for Married at First Sight. You guys, sorry that Married at First Sight is late, but I'm here. So if you guys are watching this video or any other on my channel and you aren't subscribed to the channel, then I mean you guys are doing me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. And you guys know you can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and also by turning on those post notifications. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us discuss Married at First Sight, Season 15, Episode 2, Who Whole Wife for a Whole Life, with a question mark. Let's get into it, shall we? All right, you guys, so this episode, we start up with Stasia and Nate. So it is wedding day for Stasia and Nate. I will say that with Stasia is such a beautiful, beautiful woman. Nate, when I look at Nate, all I see are struggle prison braids. That's all I see is struggle prison braids with a struggle hang time. So the question, Stasia, we know Stasia is a bad bee and she's independent. She's done for herself. Girl, how are you able to manage putting yourself through school to get 2 degrees with no debt? I have debt for the 1 degree that I have, and the second one that I want to go back for, baby, I don't want any bit of debt. Like my advisors always say, well, you can take, because they be telling me, well, we can look and see what your loans are. No, thank you. You're not touching those. Those loans are right where I like them to be, and I don't want to touch them, period, point blank. So yeah, we good on that. So, like I just said, I was talking about Nate's hair, his hairline, the braids. It's all just screaming struggle bus, and it's all screaming prison braids. So, I'm still stuck on the experts. I don't know what the experts look at when they match people, because they're talking about the fact that Stasia and Nate are both entrepreneurs and independent and go-getters. I know that about Stasia. Nate, not so much. Nate gives me undercover scammer, undercover con artist. Just saying. That's what I get when I look at Nate. I don't get entrepreneur. I don't get any of that. I get he is a con artiste. So, Stasia's mom is telling her that when it comes down to her with her husband, she would like for Stasia to be, open, to give him a chance and to get to know him. Because they say that Stasia is a type to say no. Ain't nothing wrong with saying no. No ain't never hurt nobody. Just putting that out there. No has never hurt anybody. So, again, I still hate Nate's suit, but I loved Stasia's dress. It was so beautiful. I just hated his suit. That suit was just loud and ugly as all get out. So, they gifted, they gave each other a gift, and they both ended up giving each other the same gift, a camera. So we see, as Stasia got her engagement ring. I was like, look at what Noy and Steve started. Steve got Noy an engagement ring, and now we just running with the tradition now. Speaking of Noy and Steve, it's Splitsville for those two. So we see them, we see Nate and Stasia. They make it down to the aisle. I just want to know, when his family was telling her about him, why did y'all feel the need to say he's a freak in the sheets? And how would you know that? It's cringy. So then Nate is really slow. I realize this because when her family said, basically straight up said that she sleeps with her eyes open, he was like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Dude, they said if you roll over and you see her eyes looking at you, she's not really looking at you, she's asleep. That means if I roll over, if I'm in my bed and I roll over and I see somebody like this, I'm gonna think you're staring at me, but you're actually asleep. Nate's elevator, I don't necessarily think it dings that much. So then after the wedding, they're asking each other questions. She's asking him about what he does for work. He's a day trader, still gives me con artist, scammer. I just don't buy it. He asked her about her real estate. She tells him, love the fact that she got some properties, she fixed them up, and she rented them out and did what she did and made her money. Smart girl. Very smart girl. Get a prenup. Well, you can't get a prenup. Get a postnup, girl. Get a postnup to protect your money in case this goes south. Especially in the state of California. Protect your money, protect your assets, protect everything that you own. Protect it, because Nate, like I said, gives me scammer and con artist. Just saying. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about Alexis and Justin. It ain't really much with Alexis and Justin. I will say one thing. When they were taking their wedding photos, Alexis, beautiful. I mean, she's just looking at the camera. I'm like, girl, modeling, that is your calling. Beautiful, beautiful girl. Justin, I ain't got nothing to say about. I have nothing to say about Justin. Justin still gives me awkward. Now, when Alexis found out that Justin was celibate, she was like, "Oh no!" I'm like, Alexis, it ain't that deep. All he said was he's celibate. He didn't say that he is never having sex again. He just said he's been celibate for the last year. So you should, I mean, you can take that one of two ways, right? You can take that as, oh shit, he's celibate. He ain't had sex in a year. So he might be a little rusty. He might be a little bit inexperienced. But I wouldn't have had the reaction that Alexis had necessarily. I wouldn't have had the reaction that she had. But I will say though, when you see Justin and when you see Alexis, they're very giddy and they're very, bubbly. How long is this gonna last? Whew. Let's see what the honeymoons have in store for us with our couples. Because let's get to the honeymoons and then let's get to these apartments. Ooh, I can already tell you guys one couple that I can already see it. They're gonna have an issue. And that's going to be knockoff Woody Harrelson, aka Mitch, and Kristen with a Y. And I'm gonna talk about Mitch, aka knockoff Woody Harrelson, in just a little bit. So you guys, I'm gonna pause here and we're gonna move forward. All right, you guys, so next up, let's talk about Lindy and Miguel. Now, I have a question. Did we know that Lindy was a doctor? Did they say that? Because I swear to God, I don't remember she was a doctor. Now, Lifetime, Married at First Sight, producers, everyone involved, going into season 16, can y'all do something for me? I would really love it if y'all could do one thing for me. Come in closer. Come in a little closer. So, the thing I want us to do for season 16, can we stop with these damn scenes where I gotta see the women go and buy their wedding dress and the men go and buy their tux? That is boring. That is boring. Like, this show is, first of all, the show is way too fucking long as it is. It's 2 hours long. Y'all could cut through some of the fluff, because a lot of scenes that y'all show on Married at First Sight, they're filler scenes, and it's just like, really, y'all just had to fill the space, huh? The dress scenes didn't need it. Literally, Married at First Sight doesn't have to be a whole 2 hours. It could literally be an hour and a half show. Could be an hour and a half show, and we could be in, out, bam, bam, boom. Thank you, ma'am. Like, this show is just way too long. Like, I really, but yeah, take that. Just listen to me when I tell you that Married at First Sight, Lifetime, producers, season 16. If you guys are currently filming it, scrap the hell out of the dress scenes. First of all, the dresses and the tux, most times they're ugly as hell. I don't think I saw one tux I liked in this episode. No, I didn't like. The only dress that I liked in this episode was Stasia's. But the tuxes and the dresses, they're a no. That scene is a no. We can do without that. When you cut that, you cut 30 minutes. You cut 30 minutes. Hell, you might even cut an hour off. You might even give us an hour episode. Cut the shit. So Lindy and Miguel, they're out dress shopping and suit shopping. Yawn. When I look at Miguel gives me very, like, he's awkward. I know Miguel is into, Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. But Miguel gives me that he is timid, shy, bashful, awkward. He gives me those vibes. And I'm like, I don't know if that's going to bode well for him in his marriage, because I just feel like his wife, Lindy, might trample all over him. But I could be wrong, but we shall see. Now, Lindsay's dresses, none of them were flattering. Just gonna be honest with you. So she didn't like him either, but her friends believe that she's overthinking this whole process. Hell, wouldn't you be overthinking something if you just agreed to marry a perfect stranger that you've never met? You don't know their name, you don't know what they like, what they dislike, you don't know anything about a person. I mean, I would be I would be overthinking it myself. Like, I know people have wedding jitters even when you're marrying someone that you know. But to marry someone that you have never, never laid eyes on, yeah, I would be overthinking a lot of shit if I were her too. So then, then we see Miguel in his suit. Child, that suit was loud and ugly. It was psychedelic looking. I was like, what in the hell is this? Jesus the Christ. Lindy. Lindy grew up very sheltered. Like when she was talking about they would hug, they would have to hug like an A formation. Like, girl, what kind of hug is that? They couldn't dance. I would have left that religion. As soon as I was old enough to leave it, I would have left it. Um, so the question that I had for Lindy, I don't remember this. Has Lindy ever interacted with a man before coming here? Because the way that Lindy was talking, you would think that Lindy has never been around a man, involved with a man, sniffed a man, licked a man, touched a man, pinched a man, eyeballed a man, done anything involving the three-letter word man. Like, I was just questioning that. Like, girl, what have you ever done with the man? Anything. So Lindy is going to have her brother walk her down the aisle because her dad, he doesn't agree with this process. Can I say I blame her dad? Not really. Like, I still am trying to grip the fact that people, like, a part of me wonders if there's ulterior motives, right? One, you get married, but I also wonder, like, like, when people apply for marriage at first sight, is it really to get married, or do some people go on there just for the sake of saying, hey, I was on TV, maybe they can get some social media followers, because that's what this climate is. People want social media followers, social media followers, a brand influencer. Like, I wonder how much. I wonder, like, how many people think about that versus the actual marriage. So that's a question that I'll be wondering watching Married at First Sight. So, Lindy and Miguel, they got married. It was a kind of awkward wedding, very awkward. But again, Miguel is awkward, and so is Lindy. Honestly, when it comes to Miguel and Lindy, I think if they can, if she, if he can come out, because he has a little. If you realize he has a little bit of a shell, if he comes out of that shell, I think they could make it work. But I've said plenty of times. I said it last season. Who I thought would work, I was wrong. They're getting divorced. Noy and Steve. So yeah, who knows? We will see how things progress between those two. So you guys, let's pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So the next couple, again, can we cut these scenes of them going and get the dress and the tux? Because one thing I did notice with the women, especially with the women, the rack of dresses, they're the same. It's literally the same style dress. They're literally trying on the exact same style dress. Every woman is. Now, I don't know about the tuxedos, but I know that the women, they're literally trying on the exact dress. Every woman is trying on the exact same dresses. And I'm like, so that's all y'all have in y'all's, inventory, are those dresses? Okay. experts. I have another question for the experts. I'm still stuck on how do the experts match? Because it looks like y'all go by physical traits. Physical traits or you know, these traits. Like if I'm black, they're gonna match me with a black person. If you're white, match you with a white person. If you're Asian, match you with an Asian person. Oh, you like to work out? You like to work out. Boom, you'll be a couple. Oh, you're into business? You're into business. Boom, you're a couple. Because it just literally gives that. Like I know Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal talk about why they match people and why they put them together. It gives bullshit. It it literally is giving me bullshit because I just don't see it with some of these couples. Like we can go back to last season with Lindsay and Mark. I still don't understand why they put those two together. Olajuwon and Katina. I still don't understand why they put those. I damn sure don't understand why they put Olajuwon and Katina together, and I damn sure don't understand why Katina and Wig are still with Olajuwon. But hey, that is her. I'm gonna pray for my good sis and Wig. That's it. So now with what's this girl's name? Morgan. When Morgan was talking about the dresses, did she say she wanted a dress that wasn't necessary? And I'm paraphrasing, but I know she said something about off the rack. Girl, every one of these dresses are off the rack. The only way you're gonna get something that's not even somewhere near the rack is if you gonna have a custom made dress. Other than that, you're gonna have the same dress as somebody else on your cast. Just letting you know that right now. Ben, I got a good question for Ben. Is Ben looking for another mother or is he looking for a wife? Because he wants her to have qualities and characteristics like his mother. That is scary to me. If I was a woman, I would never want a man to come up to me and say, "Oh, you're like my mom." I know when it comes down to it, when it comes down to it, we do pick partners that do have similarities to our parents, but I won't want you to tell me that flat out, like, oh my God, I want her to be just like kind of like my mom. If you say anything about your mama or your daddy, I am gonna walk out of the door and be like, you know what? Have a good life. I ain't got time for this bullshit. Good night. So, Dr. Pepper, she called up, what is Morgan? She called Morgan up to let her know, like, hey, so I know your wedding is coming up really soon, but unfortunately, we're gonna have to postpone your wedding because your husband got COVID. I was like, okay. Now, Morgan, when you was in that confessional with the producers and you was like, could he be lying about having COVID? I don't know if anybody would really want to lie about having COVID, but hey, stranger things happen. Stranger things are known to happen. But you guys, I'm going to pause here and I'm going to move forward. We're going to wrap up this episode. Kirsten and Mitch, you guys. This is going to be the Spitfire couple right here. And knock off Woody Harrelson, a.k.a. Mitch. He's a problem. Like, in 2 scenes in this episode, I was like, oh, shit. He's going to be an issue. I'm going to need for Kristen with the Y to kind of, run away from him. Don't walk. Run, because Mitch, aka Woody, knockoff Woody Harrelson, is giving Olajuwon vibes slightly. So once again, we got to go through this shit of them going and looking at these dresses. It's like, what the hell, man? I don't care about these. They're, like I said earlier, they're the same dresses. They probably just send the girls in there on different days, but these are literally the exact same dresses. Nothing different. So why do I need to see this scene 5 different times? Like, I'm really trying to understand, why do I need to see that 5 times? They are the exact same dresses. It's not like y'all went and made a brand new dress that is perfectly fit to Kristen, perfectly fit to Morgan, perfectly fit to Alexis, perfectly fit to Stasia. They are the same dresses, and some of them are ugly as hell. So nothing's different about these dresses. So why do I need to see her? Is it for the fact of seeing her family be like, oh my God, that's the dress. Oh my God. Is that why we do it? Please explain that to me. Is that why we do it? Because I would love to know the reasoning. So at this point, Kristen with the Y still has not told her dad that they are coming. He's coming down there to watch her get married. So she's waiting for him to get there, and once he gets there, she's gonna tell him. They were like, "Did you tell him to, what to wear?" She's like, "Yeah, I told him, to wear something nice. He knows that he thinks that this is a matchmaking show, but he doesn't know the full extent to it." I was like, "Ooh, girl, I don't know if that's gonna go the way you planned for it to go." So she found her dress. Cool, bam, bam, boom. Mitch is trying on his suits. Of all the suits that I've saw in this since last week and this week, Mitch has the best looking suit because it's just a basic suit. It's not psychedelic. It's not whatever the hell that shit was that Nate had on, and it damn sure ain't that ugly ass suit that Justin has on. So, best dressed suit this week goes to Mitch. Best dressed dress goes to Stasia. Other than that, they're ugly. Actually, you know what? I take that back because I actually did like the dress that Lindy had on. So, we are here at the day of the wedding. And this is where Mitch, the bitch, came out. So, Mitch had some bandages on his head. I think he said the surfboard hit him in the head. So then a hairstylist come in. I'm like, ma'am, whose hair are you about to do? The men? Because knockoff Woody Harrelson ain't got no damn hair. Child, and then this woman goes, when I saw that woman over there cutting his hair as if he actually had some hair to cut. I'm like, ma'am, what are you cutting? That is a shadow. Girl, just shave it off. Like, for me, you guys know I just don't have a lot right here. There are hair follicles right here. Actually, and there's a little patch of hair that's shrunk. I noticed it the other night after I shaved. There's a patch of hair right here that's trying to grow, but right here is just very thin particles. Very thin follicles, not particles, JB. It's very thin follicles right here. Like I said, there's a little patch of hair trying to grow right here, and then you guys know all over here, all around here, it is hair, and it is thick hair. So with me, I have to do what that woman is doing. Like, I have to shave. Like, when I get my razor, I literally have to shave deep to get my hair off. But this woman was shaving his shadow. So then she shaped up his beard. He was pissed off about his beard. I'm like, your beard looks nice. And his friends even told him that he was pissed off at his friends. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a problem. That side of him that came out, I was like, oh, no, 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 no. Kristen with the Y, say no. Like, I would be, if Kristen with a Y gets, the funny thing about Kristen with the Y is she said that she would be okay if her husband is bald. I'm like, how does she? Like, somebody must have planted that in her head. But Kristen with the Y, if you pulled a, what was her name? What was the heifer's name that we couldn't stand last season? What was her name? Chris and, damn, what is her name? I'm a good person. What the hell is her name? And I said it earlier tonight. That's how much I don't remember her. But Chris's wife from season 14. If Kristen with the Y pulls Chris's wife from season 14, I wouldn't even be upset because, girl, he is going to be a handful to deal with. And then when they were, trying to get his bow tie tied, get somebody in here who can tie a bow tie. I was like, yeah. I don't like Mitch. I can already tell you guys right now, Mitch ain't for me. Mitch is not for me. Absolutely not. But yeah, I want you guys to tell me what you guys thought about this episode. Please get down in the comment section, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video, you guys, and until the next time, you guys, please stay safe, take care of yourselves, you guys, wash your hands, wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'll see you guys later for hot topics, you guys.